Hello, and welcome to Project Engage's Lesson 12 on creating a tech-integrated lesson plan. In previous lessons, you have learned how to unpack standards and set a purpose for the lesson. You have learned how to create an exit ticket to determine if students were able to meet the standard for the lesson or should you go back and reteach. Now we're going to continue our backward lesson plan design to integrate tech into your lessons. Today we will cover the introduction, content and practice, lesson closure, technology integration, and technology reflection. Keep in mind that the standard must mirror the goal and purpose. The goal or the purpose of your lesson should state the importance of the standard and the goal. Both pieces must be in alignment since they are the foundation that the lesson is built upon. Looking at our lesson plan template, our next step in planning would be to prepare an introduction to the lesson. The introduction is letting the students know what they are going to experience in your class that day. You can do this in several different ways. You could ask them an essential question that makes them curious, give them a teaser or hook to pique their interest, give them some background knowledge so they are able to build their schema and make the application of their new learning easier. The choices are really endless. The goal in this section is to create student interest about the new learning they will experience that period. Once you have them interested, you are going to deliver the content. In this section, you really need to think about what content will you provide to the student to help them master the standard. What sources will you use and what will you use from each source? The next step is to determine how the students will practice the new learning. Will they do a problem set, a project, take a side of an argument, and obtain facts to support it? What do the students need to demonstrate so you are able to quickly assess that they're getting it? It is important to remember that during content and practice, the students should do the heavy lift in the learning. If the teacher is doing all of the talking, who is doing all of the learning? You're right, the teacher is. The final piece of content and practice is checking for understanding. How will you determine during the student practice if they are understanding the content? How will you pinpoint what they need clarification on to meet your goal or standard by the end of class? This should be planned ahead of time and not done on the fly. The next step is to plan the closure of the lesson. This occurs at the end of the lesson delivery. It is a brief summary of what your class conquered that period. You can deliver the closure, or you could have students deliver the closure by asking them what they did or learned. Your summary should always include the standard and how your students met the standard for that day. It is a way for you to stamp the learning that occurred. The exit ticket can be done before or after the closure in your lesson. You have done a great job. You have created a solid lesson plan that shows what standard goal you will meet, what needs to be assessed to demonstrate mastery, and the content that needs to be delivered. Now that your lesson is aligned, you can determine what tech can be integrated into your lesson to help students meet the standard. The expectation is that tech is utilized in every lesson to enhance the student's learning experience. In your future lessons, you will be introduced to new tech tools to expand your tech tool belt. We will encourage you to try these tools in your lesson. Please keep in mind that anytime you try a new tech tool, it may not go smoothly the first couple of times, but persistence and reflection will help make you a tech superstar. To help you in the process, we have created a tech reflection section. This may be a section you want to share and work on with your tech coach. We know you can do it, and we are here to support you every step of the way. This is not something that can happen overnight. It will take time. Our goal is that by the end of the school year, you have a tech integrated classroom that you are proud of and your students will want to be part of and be in.